didn't expect this room to be occupied already. Have you seen a long red feather in here? One of the other Knights of Favonius and I were engaging in a vicious battle of cards this afternoon, and a charm she hung from her vision has gone missing since. I need to find it before she does, to enact my vengeance for the humiliating defeat she put me through. What was that? Speak up. I can't understand you when you mumble. Are you crying? I see my reputation has preceded me even here. I don't believe we have ever met before today, and yet you are so terrified of me that you burst into tears the moment you are addressed. How ridiculous. I'll be sure to give you something worth crying over in the future. But right now, I am simply searching for an item lost by my coworker. You have no reason to fear. Oh, then you aren't full of hatred and revulsion at the mere sight of me. How strange. That is to say, it is a rare attitude to find in Mondstadt. You surprised me, that's all. We of the Lawrence clan experience great prejudice within these city walls. It's rare to find a vendor who is even willing to do business with us for simple food. I've taken to hunting most of my meals myself. It is a useful skill to have in the reconnaissance company, of course, but the utility is not the point. It's the demoralizing principle of the matter. Imagine being sneered at every day for something you cannot help, and being held accountable for others' assumptions. You can't possibly know how exhausting it is. You do? Is that why you were crying? Has someone been cruel to you? I'd like to hear more about your situation. And before you get that harsh look in your eye, it's not out of schadenfreude, so don't you dare think so. I simply want to compare our experiences. Such abhorrent behavior. Who did this to you? We should begin preparations for a lengthy and well-deserved revenge. How dare they go around thinking they can walk all over others, simply to lift themselves up? That is the reason they treat people like you and I so despicably, you know. They feel threatened by us. The Lawrences once ruled Mondstadt with a cruel and iron fist, only to be defeated in an uprising. Ever since then, we Lawrences have been seen as the symbol of tyranny and the enemy of freedom. Never mind that my generation and the generations above me have had nothing to do with anything that happened all those years ago. Whenever Mondstadters feel uneasy or anxious about their freedoms, the easiest self-soothing method is to turn against us and shun the Lawrence clan. It gives them a place to direct their unpleasant energy. It sounds as though it is the same case for you. Your bullies are taking out their own anxieties on you for no other reason than because they simply decided you would make an easy target. know that being aware of the reason does not soothe the harm they've caused. You cannot outrun their reasoning any more than I could simply change my last name and be accepted. Everyone would remember where I came from, of course. But knowing that you were targeted for invalid reasons can be bolstering. I could hate myself for being an evil Lawrence as they see me, and even mold myself into the cruel and unreasonable aristocrat everyone expects me to be. Or I could recognize that each Lawrence is a distinct individual and choose to become the Eula Lawrence that I wish to be. I can choose to become a young woman that I respect. We can't control everyone else's opinions of us. The sooner we make peace with that, the sooner we can stop giving those cruel foes power over us, and make room for planning our vengeance when we show them all just how wrong they were and make them regret ever abusing us. In the meantime, though, there will be new people who come to see you for who you truly are, separate from your clan, your social status, your looks, and your abilities. People who will respect and share your interests and personality quirks, the most important parts of you. I know it can be hard to imagine, especially if you've lived a long life of rejection and letting others' opinions define you. Ever since I was born, I've been a pariah in my own city. I faced jeering and harassment more days than not in Mondstadt, even after separating from my family's ideology. But among the knights, I have trustworthy allies. They'll even go out of their way to order drinks for me when the taverns are hostile. It's terribly indignant. When I recently journeyed to Sumeru, I was free to wander the markets in peace. I could purchase whatever trinkets and street fare I desired, have my fortune read without being guaranteed spiteful misfortunes, and enjoyed meeting friends for coffee without putting them in harm's way. Something most of my clan seems to have forgotten is that the world is constantly changing. Even within our lifetimes, every living situation, year in school, favorite meal, and latest interest is a transient thing. Those people who treat you this way will eventually leave, or you will be able to leave them. I cannot say if you will have to take such drastic measures as moving to Sumeru City, or if a simple change of career would be enough to free you from your tethers. But your suffering will not be permanent. Even I have managed to build a brighter life for myself. Most would balk at the torment I was put through as a child, all in the name of aristocratic training. Now I am no longer beholden to any of my family's whims. I grant them no power over my life's choices. You can do the same. Would you like a handkerchief to wipe your face? It was bred into me to always carry one. Aristocrats cannot be seen with runny noses. Here, you may keep it. Consider it a token of our friendship. I do not look down on you for the things you cannot control, nor the choices you've made in finding your own path. I simply see a person doing their best and living their life. I should hope you see the same in me, and yourself. Oh, and there is the feather in question. It seems it slipped beneath the table. I never would have spotted it if I hadn't stooped down to help you. I should hurry this back to Amber, but if you'd ever like to speak with me again, you need only seek me out at the Knights of Favonius headquarters. I'll remember this. Mark my words.